Hello, welcome to NeighborImpact. We're your local community action agency. Every year, we provide services to tens of thousands of Central Oregon residents to try to bring them up and out of poverty.
We're here to share with you some home energy conservation tips, and these tips are going to allow you to save money and energy at the same time.
Thanks for joining us. Let's go inside.
Let's talk home heating. Did you know that heating your home can constitute upwards of 30 to 60% of your overall energy consumption in the home? With that being such a big percentage of consumption, we need to be more efficient and mindful of how we're heating our homes. Heat sources come in two major categories. Zonal, those heat sources that are designed to heat a particular room or space in the house. Think baseboard or wall cadet heaters. And then whole house systems that are designed to heat the entire home. Those are sized appropriately for the home and are designed to heat the entire space. I highlight that because many people have thought traditionally that closing a door, closing a vent in a room that you don't use could save you money, when in fact it could cost you more. Because in closing those vents, it isolates the air in that ductwork below the house. Now some of that's going to escape to the other rooms, but most of that is either going to slip out through cracks in the ductwork or get pushed back to the furnace. In doing that, the fans are going to work harder to try to resist that and push it away. So working harder means more energy, but also working harder means wearing out more quickly. Going to cost you more in both of those aspects. So open up the doors, uncover those vents, open them up. That will allow good circulation of air and allow that air that it's pumped out to return into the system. That way, that will give you nice, efficient operation of your heat source and save you money in the long run.
Because heating your home is the biggest energy user, setting your thermostat to 55 degrees when you're not at home and 68 degrees when you are can save you between 10 and 15% on your heating bill. For every degree above 68, it could potentially cost you $3 more a month. This is a programmable thermostat, which will do it for you. This is a manual thermostat, an older model, which you just have to make the adjustments yourself.
One of the simplest, most cost-effective maintenance measures that you can do is check and change your furnace filter on a regular basis. Every month, come out, check it out, make sure that it's not too dirty. If upon inspection, like in this case, it's too dirty, it's time to change it. So head to your home improvement store, and before you do, make sure you know the appropriate dimensions, because all furnace filters are sized appropriately for the furnace itself. And upon install, you want to make sure that the airflow is oriented properly. Simply slip the new one in, replace the cover, and in doing so, that right there can save you $15 a month. When it comes to heat loss, many people think that the windows are the culprit and the greatest area that you can lose heat in the home, when in fact it ends up being the walls themselves. And that's because they're relatively thin, and if there's any insulation in there, it's not very much. So you're going to be losing the heat through there. And also present on these exterior walls are such fixtures as outlets, switches, or plumbing penetrations for your sinks. Those are perfect conduits for heat loss. So every little step that we can take to minimize that transfer, we're going to be able to retain the heat in the home and keep it where it should be. Little steps such as these switch plate and outlet gaskets can help in that process. And they're great and easy to install. Just remove the existing switch plate or outlet cover, take the gasket, tuck it in behind, and simply reinstall the cover. And now you've got a nice airtight seal around that outlet.
Great, let's talk about water. Did you know that water is generally the second largest utility cost in your home? And that your regular family of four uses about 400 gallons of water a day. That's a tremendous amount of use for a resource that's not only limited, but adds a lot of cost to your monthly utility bills. So let's think about all the different ways we use water. We of course have washing, bathing, you think about your irrigation that's running every day. And last but not least, all the time we spend in the kitchen doing some work. And so we're going to talk about the kitchen sink and how it impacts your daily water usage. What we're going to do now is test how warm our water is coming out of our faucet. So we'll find the faucet that's closest to the water heater. We're going to use some basic kitchen utensils. So you might have a thermometer in your home right now, and the temperature we're trying to reach is 120 degrees. That ensures maximum efficiency for the hot water coming out of your faucet, that we're not wasting electricity making it too hot. So we'll take our thermometer, we'll take a cup here, and we'll put it in the sink and see actually how warm this water is coming out of this particular tap.
Now we've tested the water temperature, there may be need to make an adjustment. Real easy to do once you head out to the water heater. Just find a thermostat with a gas model, which is what we have here. The thermostat gauge is near the base. Just simply find it, make the adjustment accordingly. Now with electric water heaters, there's two thermostats, one near the middle and one at the base. Simply remove those covers, you'll find the dial, then you can make the adjustment.
Did you know that the average top-loading washing machine uses about 40 gallons of water per load? That's an amazing amount of water for something as simple as washing a load of clothes. So if you use hot or warm water to wash a load of clothes, it uses 85% more energy than just a standard load of washing your clothes with cold water. Right now on the market, there are liquid and different detergents that are cold water compatible that help you save this energy cost at no additional cost as the same detergent that you're buying day in and day out. So next we're going to talk about installing a low flow shower head. Now these shower heads, when they first came out, they were more like taking a shower in mist than really getting bathed appropriately in your shower. But the new ones have come a long way, and we're going to show you today how to change out an old shower head with this new high efficiency model. So let's start by taking off the old shower head. It's very simple removal. We're just unscrewing it. So then I'm going to take our TFE tape and just do a simple wrap around the head. We're going to add our low flow shower head on just like this. Get it attached in here. You want to hand tighten it to a point, and you see how it continues to move back on the arm coming out of your wall. And that's pretty tight, but just to make sure we've got it on to where we want to use it, we'll take our pliers, give it a little turn here, one more turn to get a little tighter, and that's good. What you want to make sure is when you put the head on that it can still move around with some ease, but that you're not seeing any water or any gap back here. So next we're going to talk about some of the habits that you can change to shorten the amount of time you're in the shower. And there's a couple quick tools and tips that you may or may not know of that will help us save on our energy usage. So we replace the head, we have a low flow head on there, but we have that habit of staying in the shower a little bit too long. Well, we've got this nifty red stop sign timer that you can use, and as you turn on the side you can see the sand drips down, and this is a 5-minute timer, so it lets you know, hey, I've been in the shower 5 minutes, now it's time to get out. It's got a nice little suction cup on the back here, and you can just pop it in your shower and it works out great.
Some appliances in your house, when plugged in and not in use, still use energy, like those that use a remote control or have a built-in clock. This is referred to as phantom load or standby load. So when practical, make sure to unplug those. Or you have the option of buying a power strip with an on-off switch. This standby load can be accountable for up to 10% of energy use in your household, which adds up to $200 a year. One of the appliances that uses the most energy in your household is the refrigerator. By keeping the refrigerator at 40 degrees and the freezer at 0 degrees, you maximize efficiency. Another thing is, make sure to check the seal on the refrigerator. Make sure it's in good condition so there is no cold air loss. Also, check for any dust debris that build up on the fan and coils located on the bottom of the refrigerator and also in the back. Another suggestion is to upgrade from a traditional light bulb to a fluorescent light bulb. A CFL uses 25% of energy of a traditional light bulb and also lasts 10 times longer. In the event the CFL breaks, just keep in mind, with all fluorescent light bulbs, there is a small amount of mercury. So open the windows, make sure to get some ventilation in, and gently sweep it or use a wet paper towel and dispose of it outside. Also, if a fluorescent light bulb burns out on you, make sure to take it to a local retailer where they take them in and recycle them properly.
Well, thanks again for joining us. We hope that you've learned some new information about how we use energy in our homes and some tips and some resources on how to save energy and ultimately save money in the process. If you have any questions about this information or other services that are available from NeighborImpact, feel free to give us a call. We're here to help.